Greetings. If you're like me, you've probably invested a lot of money into getting into the sport of cycling, from the bike to the clothing and the accessories and so forth. So I thought I'd introduce you to something about investing a little into the engine that pushes that bike around, and that's you. I'm sure you would enjoy riding even more if you could bounce over those climbs and accelerate away from your friends at any time. Well, when it comes down to it, this is the essence of why this company has made up these training programs to give you the tools and resources to make this a reality. And in essence, their training programs are really to help normal cyclists learn how to ride faster than they ever thought possible. In fact, you'll ride 10 to 30% faster, or we'll give you the money back. And it's knowing how to do all this, and I'll quickly run through some of those things for you. So how do we do it? Well, first of all, there's no magic pill apart from the usual illegal drugs and so forth. But there are several key ingredients that work in synergy and can provide you with exponential improvement. In other words, when things work together, so the results get better. Roughly it works like this. If you take a number of 10 and do 6 different things with it, and they don't work together, you end up with a factor of 60. If you take that same number and they're all working together, you can end up with a factor of 1 million. And we want to be riding the equivalent of over 1 million, not 60. So briefly, the idea behind this is to ensure you get your timing of your training right. That is so important. If you don't get the foundations right, then you're never going to get any better. So once you've got all those in place, you can ensure that the type of cycling training you're doing will get you the maximum results. And there's an endless array of different training sessions you can do, but it's up to us to find out which is going to get you the best bang for your buck, so to speak. So in other words, if you've got a certain objectives you're trying to achieve, for example, building strength, what session is going to yield the best results for you the time you invest in? And this is where experience comes into, and that's what this program was built on, lots of experience. So if you're like me, you love cycling, but you don't have much time to ride your bike, so you've got to make the most of every minute you're on the bike. Put it simply, the majority of improvements for most of us originate from just a few things we're doing right. So if you're riding 10 hours a week, it's most likely that only 2 of those hours will bring the majority of improvement, which makes you think, why don't I do more of those majority improvement hours? A good question you should be asking yourself right now. Well, cycling training doesn't need to be complex. It's just a matter of understanding what you're doing. And once you understand, then it'll all work. The sessions work harder and keep you motivated. In the end result is you'll be riding faster. And motivation and enjoyment are one of the key factors here. So if you're enjoying what you're doing and more motivated and more energized, it's only natural that you're going to get better results. So this aspect of performance is often ignored, but it's fundamental to seeing cycling success. And if you ever listen to some of the big sports championships, they'll always be saying, I just really enjoy my sport at the moment. And it's usually after they've won a big event. Well, I've briefly given you all the key elements to cycling success, so it's up to you. Are you going to apply them? Follow all the correct structures and do all the best sessions, maximize your time on your bike, and so forth. So if you're not, you're riding slower than you should be. It's as simple as that. But don't worry, we can help. We've got everything you need to see massive improvement in your cycling. What you get? Well, powerful training programs from time-poor people, exclusive tips and advice from real experts, powerful resources, videos, downloads, and much, much more. And when you consider how much you spend on your bike these days, this is a small investment to make. Where do you go from here? Well, if you click the link in the box below, you'll be able to get onto the website and you can see more about what there is on offer. And hopefully, I'm pretty confident this is something for you. And